Last Monday night in Nashville, Tennessee, the IPFW women's basketball team tried to overcome a 23-point first-half deficit, but they fell a little bit short, losing on the road at Belmont University 79-74. This afternoon, they'll attempt to break what now is a two-game losing streak as they are back at home taking on the Butler Bulldogs. Hi again, everybody. I'm Mike Maas. Welcome to another edition of IPFW women's basketball here on College 5 Sports. I'm joined by Dave Scouten, and Doc, the Dons ran into a buzzsaw at Belmont. Belmont made 11 three-point field goals, but you can't blame the trio of Johnny Lewis Carlisle, Ashley Johnson, and Samantha Edwards for the loss, because those three combined to score 62 of the IPFW 74 points.
Yeah, when somebody throws in 11 for 11 three-pointers, there's not much you can do except knock them down.
Well, the Dons have lost 2 games in a row, tough ones, single digits, but they're back home, and it's always nice to play at home.
It should be a really good game. Butler likes the three. They got a big inside girl. Should be a good ball game.
Butler has won 2 games in a row. In fact, they've won 5 of their last 7 after losing 8 of their first 10. They have a good inside-outside combination in Ladea Conde and Jackie Klosser, so it's going to be a challenge for IPFW.
Let's just hope their defense isn't as good as ours.
Again, we're looking forward to a great matchup. It's the Bulldogs of Butler taking on the Mastodons of IPFW. Please stay tuned. Starting lineups and the opening tip are coming up next, right here on College 5 Sports.
I guess I'm like most kids. I work hard, I go to class, and I want a degree that's going to mean something. I had offers from other universities, but I wanted the best out of my college choice. I wanted a great education and the campus life to go with it. Student housing, Division I sports, I found it all right here at IPFW. Hey, this is my university, my life, so it's gotta feel right. I'm really glad I chose IPFW. I love it here. Go to their website.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
Life is good, but with a master's degree from IPFW, it could be even better. You could land a promotion, earn more money, become a leader in your field. And IPFW makes it easy. With affordable tuition, night and weekend classes, and more than 20 graduate programs from business to education to public affairs and more. Become the master of your future. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. Your graduate university.
Yeah, we're ready.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center here on the campus of IPFW in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Along with Dave Scouten, this is Mike Miles getting ready to bring you this afternoon's women's basketball contest featuring the Bulldogs from Butler University down in Indianapolis and the IPFW Mastodons. Dave Scouten, IPFW, comes into this game with a record of 7-8. They have lost 2 games in a row. The Bulldogs come into this game with a record of 7-10, but they've won 2 games in a row.
Well, even though the Dons have lost 2 in a row, here they are still in January, and they've won 7 games, and they're going to do all right this year. It's a new experience for them.
Now, the 7 wins this year matches the 7 wins from all of last season. Let's bring you the starters for this afternoon's game. As you're seeing, IPFW is introduced to the crowd here at the Gate Center. For Butler, they have 3 guards. Jackie Klosser is a 5'5 senior from Alexandria, Indiana. Tara Miller is a 5'10 sophomore from Ramsey, Indiana. And Ellen Hamilton is a 5'10 senior from Greenfield, Indiana. Up front, Cassie Freeman is a 5'10 junior from Fishers, Indiana. And Ladea Conde is a 6'1 sophomore from Robinson, Illinois. The head coach in her 5th year at Butler is Beth Kuchar. There you see Beth in the middle of your screen. Now the starters for IPFW, they'll be wearing the home whites today. They also employ a 3-guard offense. One of the guards will be Ashley Johnson. She is a 5'8 senior from Kokomo. Johnny Lewis Carlisle is a 5'6 junior from Lexington, Kentucky. And Hillary O'Connell is a 5th-year senior from Warsaw, Indiana. Up front, Samantha Edwards, a 6-foot redshirt freshman from Okemos, Michigan.
And make it a 3.
Well, Hillary, like you said, the 5th-year senior from Warsaw.
Yeah, that's not an unusual circumstance for Hillary to hit a three.
Akande banks one off the glass and in. Lade Akande, leading scorer for Butler. Brings the Bulldogs to within 2. We are just underway here at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. Glad you could join us. Johnson misses the bunny. Malfait with the offensive board, feeds it to Edwards.
Oh.
Sam a little strong. Lisa Malfait gets the ball back. Kicks it out to a wide open O'Connell. Another 3 on the way, and that hits the iron. No good. Rebounded by Ellen Hamilton. Gives it to Jackie Klosser. And now we have a whistle. Official time.
Somebody's hurt.
Lade Akande is limping off the floor. She'll be replaced by Susan Lester, a 6'2 freshman from Anderson. We hope Lade Akande is okay. It's one of those situations, Doc, where the officials had to wait till Butler had possession of the ball to blow the whistle.
Yeah, I didn't even see the injury occur.
Well, here are the Bulldogs. They are in their traveling blue uniforms. Klosser wide open for 3. No. Lewis Carlisle with the rebound.
Well, that's a shot that Butler likes to take, that outside 3, and they hit a lot of them. They open up in a zone defense. Hard to tell the first couple of times shots went up so quickly.
Samantha Edwards is fouled. And let's see who they call the foul on. They're going to call it on Cassie Freeman. Her first, team first. Mastodons win bounded underneath their own basket. They're up 3-2. We've played a minute and a half. Jonna Lewis Carlisle has it taken away from her. Free throws and Butler's win at University of Detroit. 8 on the shot clock. Pass inside for Lester. Watched by Malfait. Great defense. Oh, what a feed! And Ellen Hamilton came out of nowhere.
And then the shot clock had almost run down.
6-3. I'm sorry, Butler on top.
I think maybe the Dons relaxed just a little bit too quickly.
Lewis Carlisle. Skip pass to Johnson. Edwards, baseline jumper is good. Samantha Edwards had a career-high 17 points Monday night against Belmont. She brings IPFW to within a point, 6-5.
She's an example of a freshman who has really come along.
Charging foul, charge to Hamilton. Lisa Lawton Malfait stood her ground. And Ellen Hamilton picks up her first foul, team second. And Lisa Lawton Malfait will inbound it right in front of you, Doc. Gets it into Ashley Johnson, and Ashley will bring it up the floor. Off balance jumper, gets the friendly roll.
Jonna puts a nice soft shot up there and gives it a chance to roll around and bounce in. She does that a lot.
IPFW retakes the lead 7-6. Ball knocked out of bounds by Lewis Carlisle, out of the hands of Jackie Klosser. We've played 3.5 minutes on this Saturday afternoon. Glad you could join us here on College 5 Sports. Tara Miller, wide open 3, no good. That fights for the rebound, but it's picked up by Cassie Freeman. Baseline drive is no good. Johnson with the boards. The Dons are running 3-on-2. Edwards. And they bring it back out. And Lisa Lawton Malfate is going to be called for the charge.
Yeah, she got airborne, and there wasn't any way to stop her momentum.
That's 2 quick fouls on the 6'3" freshman, Lisa Lawton Malfate. Checking into the lineup is Tina Moen. Tina, a 6-foot sophomore from Oslo, Norway. And Dave, we commented before the game last year when these two teams played. Tina had
I've gone away to a college where the class size is small.
I've gone away to a college with a beautiful campus.
I've gone away to a college that cares about diversity.
I've gone away to a college where I get to live in my own apartment instead of living in a dorm room.
I've gone away to a college that really isn't that far away at all.
I go to IPFW.
IPFW.
I go to IPFW.
To find out more about college life at IPFW, go to our website. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
Diabetes is a killer. After I was diagnosed, I didn't feel sick, so I didn't listen to my doctor. Then it struck. I had a heart attack, then a stroke, and I was only 49.
People with diabetes are 2 to 4 times more likely to suffer a stroke than people without diabetes, and many who survive are severely disabled.
Don't let diabetes destroy your life.
Learn how to reduce your risk of stroke. Call for your free diabetes survival guide.
Welcome back, everybody. You see the floor here at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. IPFW on top of Butler 7-6, and they're going to say that it was a non-shooting foul. So IPFW will have the basketball and not 2 free throws for Ashley Johnson. Jenna Lewis Carlisle wants to drive a little bit, and she banks it up short. Fight for the rebound. Edwards misses, and pulling down that carom is Susan Lester. Lester wants to drive herself. A little strong, and Johnson with another board. AJ already with 3 boards here in the early going. Lewis Carlisle misses the bunny. Edwards fighting for it, and it's pulled down instead by Tara Miller. Closser for 3. Whoa, big shot for the senior.
We knew they liked those 3, and they sure stay at it.
9-7 rather, Butler on top. IPFW with the basketball. Pass intended for Edwards. Sam banks it off the glass and in.
Nice shot off of the backboard. That's what that backboard's up there for.
Edwards with 4. We're tied at 9 at the 14-20 mark here in the first half. High post is Cassie Freeman. She wants to drive on Edwards. Shot a little bit strong and loose ball, and there'll be another jump ball, and this time IPFW will get the possession. Lots of hustle underneath, Dave Scout.
Yeah, there's been a lot of hustle.
2 substitutions. Hannah Tiki for IPFW. She's a 5'9" freshman from Kokomo. And Mel Thornton, a 6'1" freshman from Carmel, in for Butler. And here come the Mastodons up the floor, and Tiki has her hands on the ball momentarily. Now she's got it. Kicks it out to Johnson. AJ, shot is strong. Rebound is pulled down. Now we have a foul going to be called on Hannah Tiki. She was dueling Susan Lester for the ball.
Yeah, she reached in and missed the ball and got the arm.
First foul on Hannah, third foul on IPFW. So the team fouls are even at 3 apiece. 13:45 left in the half. We are tied 9-9. Butler with the basketball. Closser. Thornton. Lob pass intended for Lester off her hands, out of bounds. Butler with their, believe it or not, first turnover of the afternoon. They went nearly 6.5 minutes without turning the ball over.
Well, they've got those veteran guards that handle the ball very well.
Each team at this point 4 of 11 from the floor for 36%. Ashley Johnson on the wing to Tiki. Hannah looking for a teammate. 10 on the shot clock.
IPFW is just not able to get the ball inside.
Lewis Carlisle with 4 on the clock gets it to Tiki. 3-pointer on the way, yes!
That's the way to use that shot clock.
And a Tiki gives IPFW a 12-9 lead. Bulldogs coming right back. Candace Jones is in the game for the first time, number 4. 3-point shot is no good, hits the support. As taking that shot was Candace Brown. Brown, a 5'7" sophomore from Pickerington, Ohio. So here come the Dons, up by 3.
It's an interesting zone that Butler uses. They come out and pressure outside.
Turnaround jumper, no good by Tina Moen. Thornton with the rebound for the Bulldogs, and Closser up ahead for Lester, too far.
Yeah, that's twice that a little better pass would have given them an easy fast break bucket.
So the turnovers now are even at 2. 12:25 left in the first half. 12-9 our score. IPFW on top. They hope to get back to the 500 mark. At 8-8, Tiki for 3. Yes, oh! Hannah on fire, back-to-back trays.
We better find her and get her the ball.
She now has 6, and it's a 6-point Mastodon lead. There is Jones, watched by Tiki. Nice feed underneath, bank shot up and in by Lester.
The high-low post has worked for Butler. That's the first time they've gotten a basket off of it, but they sure have worked it.
15-11, and the Dons turn it over. Butler on the run, but the pass off the fingertips of Thornton, out of bounds. Timeout called. 11:39 left here in the first half. Our score, the Mastodons 15, the Bulldogs 11. You're watching IPFW Women's Basketball on College 5 Sports.
You know, if she continues to spill product at a rate of 3 per hour, unit cost, say 60 cents. Factor in breakage, downtime, lost sales, you're looking at $2,400 a month. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
Parents, there's something you can do to protect your kids from drugs and alcohol. Combine ground beef with egg, tomato sauce, breadcrumbs, and spices. Bake in an oven-safe pan at 350 for 50 minutes. Serve hot.
This is Jamie Lee Curtis. Children who eat dinner with their families are less likely to smoke, drink, or use drugs. So, have dinner together every day.
Delicious.
A message from CASA, the National Center on Addiction and Substance Abuse at Columbia University.
Back here at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, along with Dave Scout and Mike Maas. There you see a long 3-point field goal by IPFW. At this point, Dave, the Dons 6 out of 14 from 3-point range.
That's pretty good shooting. And with Hannah coming in and hitting 2 for 2, that helps.
IPFW with the basketball, moving from left to right on your television screen. Ashley Johnson. Tiki fakes the 3. Baseline, whoa, almost thought a baseline jumper by Johnson. Instead, it's inside to Moen. Tina forces it up, strong, no good. Mel Thornton with the rebound for Butler.
Tina had a nice move, just couldn't get the ball to drop.
Candace Jones to the basket, no good, but she hits the deck, as does Jenna Lewis Carlisle, and there will be free throws coming. Anna Tiki picks up her second, team fourth. 2 free throws coming for Candace Jones. Jones coming into the game, a 77% free throw shooter. And she gets the friendly roll and picks up her first point.
Tara Miller back in, giving Jackie Klauser her first rest.
O'Connell in for Tiki for IPFW. One more free throw coming for Candace Jones, and that one also bounces around and in. So
shooter's roll.
Normally you only see that if you're the home team.
Yeah.
11 minutes left in the half. 15-13 our score. IPFW with a 2-point lead in the basketball.
Little full court pressure given that time by the Butler defense.
O'Connell top of the key. They work it into, nice feed to Edwards, but the shot is off the mark. Moen tries to go back up, and she draws a foul. Nice passing, Dave, by IPFW.
Really good passing. They found the open person, got the shot up, and Tina goes to the line.
Foul is on Tara Miller, her first, team fourth. So here is Tina Moen, and down the year, Tina, an 86% free throw shooter. And she calmly knocks the first one down.
Nothing but net.
And a couple of substitutions. Starla Williams and Julianne Huna, heights for the Dons.
Yeah, this is the biggest lineup that the Dons have had on the floor today.
One more free throw coming for Tina Moen. And that one calmly goes down as well. 17-13 are scored. Mastodons on top. Jones being watched by Tina Moen. Tries driving over Huna, the shot off the mark. Rebounded by Starla Williams.
There was a tip up that time by Mel Thornton that just darn near went in.
First time I recall seeing Williams and Huna on the floor at the same time. Julianne, well, a little bit sloppy, but the Dons keep possession. 10 on the shot clock. Johnson. Moen will launch a three. No. And we got a whistle. I guess they're going to call Julianne Huna. I thought there might be a Butler traveling call, but instead it is a foul on Huna, her first, team fifth.
Butler has another substitution. Back in is Cassie Freeman.
Bulldogs 5 out of 14 from the floor, 1 of 5 from three-point range to this point. Here is Candace Jones with the basketball. They do a clear out. There's a feed in the block to Thornton. Nice pass, shot up and no good by Brown, and again a scrum on the floor. Now Butler comes up with it.
Butler does a nice job of going to the boards to rebound.
Long three-point shot by Freeman is no good, and Julianne Huna pulls down the rebound. 9:28 to go in a half. IPFW up 17-13. O'Connell on the left side. Tries to get the ball into Huna, but throws it away. Bulldogs on the run. Thornton banks it off the glass and in. Butler running the break well. Thornton now in the books with 2. The Mastodon lead is 2. Johnson for 3, no. Pulling down the rebound is Cassie Freeman. Butler with a chance to tie or possibly take the lead. Thornton in the block over Huna. Shot is no good, and they're going to call foul on Julianne Huna. And that is 2 on Julie. 6th team foul. And it's interesting, Dave. 2 fouls on Huna, 2 fouls on Malfate, and 2 fouls on Tiki.
Coming in pairs today, huh?
And here is Mel Thornton, 71% free throw shooter on the season. First one rolls around and out. Butler as a team hitting 70% of their free throws. Now, Ladia Conde, who was injured earlier, back on the floor for Butler.
Yeah, I thought she might be back. I saw her walking down to the end of the bench there a little bit ago, loosening up.
Samantha Edwards, Jenna Lewis Carlisle back on the floor for IPFW. Second free throw for Thornton is good. The lead is a single point, 17-16. With 8:32 to go in a half.
See if IPFW can't find a way to get that ball inside.
High post is Williams to Moore on the wing. Nan launches a jumper. That's no good. Klosser with the rebound. Butler likes to run. And here's a whistle away from the ball. And they're going to call a foul on Mel Thornton, away from the basketball. Her first, team fifth. And IPFW gets the ball with a 1-point lead, 17-16. Ashley Johnson will walk it up over midcourt. Edwards to Williams, and she loses it. Here's Candace Jones. To Miller. Klosser rubs off a pick. Launches a three. Short.
Starla picked up a pushing foul.
Well, the problem here, Dave, is that the big gals
really mounting up the fouls.
Fouls.
Yeah.
That's the first on Starla, and you take Malfate with 2, Hunu with 2, and now Williams with 1. And we've got timeout on the floor. 7:48 left until halftime. Our score, IPFW 17, Butler 16. You're watching IPFW Women's Basketball on College 5 Sports.
Mom, Dad, you know we love kids, and I've made a decision that will totally change my life. Cameron's too. It's a huge responsibility, leading someone into, who knows, communication or science or math. That's what life's all about, right? Learning so you can pass on knowledge to younger minds. Dad, Mom, I want to be a teacher.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
Life is good, but with a master's degree from IPFW, it could be even better. You could land a promotion, earn more money, become a leader in your field. And IPFW makes it easy. With affordable tuition, night and weekend classes, and more than 20 graduate programs from business to education to public affairs and more. Become the master of your future. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. Your graduate university.
Keep up with IPFW Women's Basketball each week throughout the season by tuning into the Chris Paul Show. It's seen Wednesdays at 6:30, Fridays at 5:30, and Saturdays at 12:30 here on College 5 Sports. The coach is joined by yours truly, Mike Maas. We review recent games, talk with players and guests, and preview upcoming action. Again, it's the Chris Paul Show, seen 3 times weekly here on College 5 Sports. Missed free throw for Butler. IPFW with a basketball and a 1-point lead. Edwards in the block. Her shot is blocked by Akande, out of bounds. Dave Skelton, each team has got 6 field goals.
Yep.
Each team has 5 assists.
IPFW has taken one more shot.
And IPFW just turns it over as Jenna Lewis Carlisle's arms just not long enough to get that inbounds pass from Ashley Johnson. So here comes Butler up the floor.
Lade Akande blocked that last shot, and that's one of her strengths as a defender. She gets a lot of block shots.
Tara Miller, transfer from IU.
Now you got number 2 on
Starla Williams. And it's also the 7th team foul, so 7:20 to go in a half. Butler in the bonus situation. As Dave Skelton said, Starla Williams charged with her 2nd foul. That'll bring Malfate off the bench for IPFW. At the free throw line will be Lade Akande. She has started 14 of the 16 Butler games on the season. She is a 52% free throw shooter, and as soon as we say 52%, Dave, she knocks it clean down, clean as a whistle.
That's 1 of 2 for her, I think.
We're tied with 7:20 to go here in the half. One more free throw coming for Akande, and she knocks that one down as well. So much for shooting 52% at the stripe.
Interesting defensive ploy that Butler has from their zone. They always send one of their guards out front, out high to pressure the ball.
Nice little pull-up baseline jumper from John Lewis Carlisle. Mastodons retake the lead. Lewis Carlisle now with 4 points. Under 7 minutes to go in the half. Akande misses the first, makes the second. Malfait did everything she could to stop that attempt.
Defense wasn't that bad.
Butler on top, 20-19. Edwards strong on the shot. Closser with the board. Jackie bringing it up the floor for Butler. Up high to Lester. Here's Miller. Akande in the block, banks it off the glass and in. That's the Butler plan. Work it inside. Lottie Akande now with 8 points.
She's a very active player on that inside.
She scored the last 6 Butler points. They're up 22-19. Malfait in the block to AJ. 3-pointer on the way and good. What a nice shot by Ashley Johnson.
One of the few times that IPFW got the ball inside and they kicked it back outside. Got a great shot, hit the 3.
We are tied at 22. Closser, watched by Lewis Carlisle. Lester for 3. Whoa, that's clean. Susan Lester has done a nice job since coming off the bench.
Yes, she has.
Butler back up 25-22. And Susan Lester has 7 points. Jana, short on the jumper. Akande with the rebound. Comes the Bulldogs. Closser driving coast to coast. Has it stolen by Lewis Carlisle. 4-on-2 break. Give and go, and Jana nearly lost the ball. She recovers. Edwards in the post. Nice shot.
Great move.
Samantha Edwards now brings IPFW to within a point, 25-24, and she's got a half a dozen. Under 5 minutes left in the first half. Butler with a 1-point lead in the basketball. Lester again for 3. No good. Malfait finally gets the rebound, and she's forced out of bounds, and Butler will get the ball back.
Yep, you're right.
Well, that time, it looked like Lisa Lott was trying to block off Lottie Akande instead of going for the ball. Fresh 30 for the Bulldogs, 4:45 left until halftime. At halftime, we'll be talking with IPFW Athletic Director Mark Tope on a number of issues. In the block, Akande over Malfait, and that ball goes out of bounds to IPFW. Julianne Huna will check in for Lisa Lott Malfait as Chris Paul juggles his big gals, each of whom has 2 fouls.
Keep them fresh. They don't want them to pick up their 3rd foul because they're tired.
And here come the Dons, down by a point. As we near the 4.5-minute mark. Ashley Johnson on the wing. Looking for Huna. Huna and Akande dueling down low. Tiki for 3, no. Moen tries to get the rebound, but it's picked up instead by Lester. And Butler dodges a bullet. Here come the Bulldogs up the court. Miller. Oh, nice feed to Closser. Baseline drive is good.
Great pass. Backdoor down the baseline. Butler ups the lead to 3.
27-24, and Chris Paul calls a 30-second timeout with 4:01 left in the half. At this point, Dave Skelton, Butler 10 of 26 on the floor. IPFW 9 of 26. IPFW has 2 more 3-point field goals, 4-2. Butler has 3 more free throws, 5-2. The rebounding advantage at the moment belonging to the Mastodons, 18-16.
Yeah, it's a close ball game. It's been a good ball game.
For tickets to IPFW athletic events, call 481-6000 or go to the IPFW Athletics website. at www.gomastodons.com. Tickets are available for individual events, and they're also available with package deals for the remainder of the men's and women's basketball seasons. That's IPFW tickets, the phone number 481-6000. Tiki for three, in and out, no. Brown tries to get the rebound, but cannot control it inbounds, and IPFW will put the ball in play when we return. Timeout here at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, 3:47 left in the first half. Butler on top of IPFW 27-24. You're watching IPFW Women's Basketball on College 5 Sports.
Do you have everything you need? Paper, pencils?
We only ask that you do your best.
And make you a snack.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
Warning, ruthless invaders are among us, and the future of fishing depends on stopping them dead. Only you can prevent invasive species from spreading before it's too late. Inspect, clean, and drain your boat, motor, and live wells, and properly dispose of invasive species on land, not back in the water. Stop these evil menaces from taking over and threatening our precious outdoor heritage. Inspect, clean, and drain. Do your part to halt the silent invasion.
Welcome back, everybody. The Mastodon logo on the floor here at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, along with Dave Skelton. This is Mike Moss. 3:47 left until halftime. The visitors from Indianapolis, the Butler Bulldogs of the Horizon League, leading the IPFW Mastodons, soon to become members of the Mid-Continent Conference, 27-24. It'll be IPFW basketball. Jenna Lewis Carlisle is picked up by Candace Brown. Anna Tiki's got a couple of trays already. Looking for a teammate in white. Gets it in the block to Julianne Huna. Turnaround jumper off the glass, a little strong. Rebounded by Susan Lester, who has really done a nice job coming off the bench for head coach Beth Kucher's Bulldogs. Claudia Conde up top to Tara Miller. The Bulldogs trying to get a give and go, down and in. Conde misses the shot. Huna with the board. Good stationary defense, Dave.
Yeah.
By Julianne Huna, playing with two fouls.
And she didn't reach, didn't try to block the shot.
Here is Huna driving on Conde. Just a touch short on the shot. We got a whistle, and they're going to call foul on Julianne Huna, trying to rebound her missed attempt, I think. Yes.
Yeah, if she could just be content with making a good move and then not trying to reach for the rebound.
Now that's three on the 6'3" junior from Halle, Germany, and that'll bring Samantha Edwards back on the floor. Susan Lester will be at the line 1-1, and Lester coming into this game, 64% free throw shooter. And she makes the first. Butler now at the free throw line, 6 out of 8 here in the first half. One more coming, and that's good as well.
Butler's been more active at going toward the basket and drawing the fouls. IPFW just hasn't been able to penetrate that middle.
Well, it is a 5-point Butler lead.
And we get half-court pressure here. Now they drop back into their.
Edwards can't not find the basket there.
Yeah, we've had some good shots. They just won't fall.
Lester, ball knocked away by Edwards, given to Lewis Carlisle. Good defensive play by Samantha Edwards. AJ for three, yes. And timeout called immediately by Butler coach Beth Kucher, and she is on her team, Doc.
Yeah.
For not guarding the wide open Ashley Johnson.
That plus making a pressure pass on the inside that had no chance of making it.
That was a big basket for IPFW. It closes the gap to 2 points, 29-27 with 2.5 minutes, as you see head coach Chris Paul.
Yeah, anytime you can take a turnover and put it into points, as you'll see here.
Nice feed from Jenna Lewis Carlisle to Ashley. Ashley coming off a season high 24 points Monday night at Belmont. She now has 6 points on a pair of 3-point field goals.
IPFW needed that basket because they were down 5 and things weren't going so well.
Now here comes IPFW out in full court man-to-man pressure. First time we have seen the all full court pressure today by the Dons.
First time today.
Butler's trying to work on it.
The women's rule, there's no 10 seconds.
And Jackie Klosser finally gets it over. She's going to take it coast to coast. Misses the shot. Tina Mullen with the rebound. Here come the Dons, chance to tie. Ashley driving on Miller, knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Miller. It'll be Mastodon ball with 2:05 left in the half. Butler on top, 29-27. Each team looking for win number 8 on the season. Johnson to Moen. Tina's being hounded.
Yeah, she's really...
by Lester, and a 5-second call to the chagrin of Tina Moen and IPFW.
Nobody came out to let her get a
or
pass.
there was a timeout called. Well, I'm not sure if it was a timeout call or a violation, Dave.
There is a timeout called. Now, that may have been after the violation. Maybe it will know.
Well,
if it's IPFW's ball, then the call was before the violation.
Tina Moen had a funny look on her face, as if it couldn't be 5 seconds, but
5 seconds plus, she was almost dragging her pivot foot.
Well, now one of the officials, I believe it's Rod Creech, is over talking with the scorer's table.
I think it's going to be IPFW ball. I think the timeout was called before the turnover.
It's starting to look that. Yep, so the Dons dodged the turnover bullet.
Yeah.
Call their second timeout instead. 15 on the shot clock. Well, let's see what happens. Tiki back on the floor. 8 on the shot clock. Lewis Carlisle launching up a 3, knocking it down. Big 3-point field goal. The lead belongs to IPFW, 30-29. Lewis Carlisle with 7 points. Well, this game may go down to who has the ball last.
Yeah, those threes can turn things in a hurry, can't they?
Miller for 3, and she drains it.
Yeah.
Well, Butler retakes the lead, 32-30. 1:15 to go in the half. Here's a pass intended for Starla Williams, picked off by Tara Miller of Butler. 1:05 to go. Miller watched by Hannah Tiki. Inside, the ball goes off the leg of Lester, out of bounds. Heads up play there by Starla Williams of IPFW, keeping her feet firmly in place and blocking the baseline. Under a minute left in the half. IPFW down 32-30, but with the basketball. Johnson almost tried to drive by Klosser. Oh, nice feed to Edwards from Lewis Carlisle.
Yeah, it's a great feed.
And we're tied at 32. Samantha Edwards now with 8 points. Miller, cross-court pass to Brown. Baseline drive. Oh, we're gonna call a foul on Jonna Lewis Carlisle. And Cassie Freeman will go to the line to shoot a couple.
Jonna was in the wrong place at the right time that time, and even though she came up with the ball, she drew the foul.
Well, here's Cassie Freeman, 69% free throw shooter. And she gets the friendly roll.
Yeah, really friendly. When you hit the front end bottom and creeps up over.
That is her first point of the afternoon. Comes with 24 seconds left. Second one is no good, rebounded by Williams.
IPFW can go for the last shot here now with less than 30 seconds on the game clock.
Shot clock is off, down to 13 seconds. Ashley Johnson to Tiki. Hannah to Jonna Lewis Carlisle. We're down to 5 seconds. Jonna will launch up a 3. Yes, with 2.5 seconds left. And the horn will go off before another shot can be taken. Big 3-point field goal by Jonna Lewis Carlisle. And IPFW, Dave Skelton, will walk off the floor at halftime, leading 35-33. quick thought on the first 20 minutes of action, Dave.
Well, in this last minute, IPFW hits 3 threes, and it turns the whole thing around from a 5-point deficit to now they're going into the halftime with a 2-point lead.
Again, it is IPFW 35, Butler 33. We will take a break and commence with our halftime festivities from the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. You are watching IPFW women's basketball on College 5 Sports.
Class, and I want a degree that's going to mean something. I had offers from other universities, but I wanted the best out of my college choice. I wanted a great education and the campus life to go with it. Student housing, Division I sports, I found it all right here at IPFW. Hey, this is my university, my life, so it's got to feel right. I'm really glad I chose IPFW. I love it here. Go to their website.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
Each year, more than 145,000 Americans will be diagnosed with colon cancer. It's the second largest cancer killer in the United States, but it doesn't have to be. Colon cancer is preventable, treatable, and if found early enough, beatable. If you are over 50 or have a family history of colon cancer, speak to your doctor, get screened, and understand your treatment options. Heads up, Coach.
Visit mybluestar.org and pass it on.
Shalom.
Jam.
Salam. Ewa.
Rita. Apa?
Mir. Shanti.
Yep, Sanyok.
We all want the same thing.
Peace.
And Rotary clubs
Sola.
are making it happen. Through international scholarships for young people to promote peace and understanding
La Fe.
around the world. Rotary. Humanity in motion.
Pizza! I must eat. Wait, what is this? Capsicum annum? Agaricus bisporus? Allium cepa?
Can we eat this?
Peppers, mushrooms, and onions. Eat your pizza, man.
Funny.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. It is halftime of our women's basketball game featuring the visiting Butler Bulldogs and the IPFW Mastodons. And thanks to that last-second 3-point field goal by John Lewis Carlisle, the Dons have a tenuous 2-point lead, 35-33. Our special guest is Director of Athletics here at IPFW, Mark Pope. And Mark, your thoughts on the first 20 minutes of action here?
I'll tell you, that's as exciting a game as I've seen in quite some time. I love the back and forth. Well, I don't really love the back and forth. I'd rather be up by 30. But, given where we are right now, I'm not sure we played super in the first half. But as I'm looking at the stats, I think Butler left a little bit in the tank, too. So they're known as a solid 3-point shooting team. And they're, 3 for 10?
3 for 10.
So, we're hanging in there. Just ratchet up the defensive intensity a little bit, get a few of those layups to fall, and we'll be in better shape.
Mark, things are going rather well on the athletic front for IPFW right now. It's an exciting women's game. Tremendous men's volleyball game in Chicago last night where IPFW pulled a rabbit out of the hat against the 13th-ranked Loyola Ramblers. And Dane Fife's got his team in Chicago for a game later today, and they've righted the ship a little bit.
Well, I was writing a letter to a donor last night thanking him for making a donation to our department, and those are the very 3 points I stressed. I said, Arnie's number 7 in the nation, probably going to move up. Didn't play well last night against a very good Loyola team in their home field, and still managed to find a way to win it, so he'll move up. Chris, if Chris's team were in the Mid-Continent Conference today, they'd be the second highest ranked team from a national perspective. So he's got the things going in the right direction, and Dane's on a 3-game winning streak. So right now we're pretty proud of where we are to turn over the new year.
Another topic of discussion that one of the reasons I asked you to come on is something else that you're very proud of, and that is the work that our student athletes are doing off the athletic field and in the classroom.
Well, Mike, I'll tell you, I set a goal here 5 years ago that our department would reach a 3.0 GPA for each semester, and got kind of laughed out of the room at that point because we were languishing around a 2.75, 2.8. And through a lot of great work by student athletes, by coaches focusing on this, by a tremendous academic services team, just tremendous academic services team. We found the way 3 years ago to hit that 3.0 GPA. We've maintained it for 7 straight semesters, and this fall these grades are off the chart. I got to tell you, I'm not sure we can do a whole lot better than a 3.1 GPA. And that's rounding down. It's actually above a 3.1, but I'm going to leave it at 3.1 for right now.
Well, 16 sports that are being played here at the university, and 14 of the 16 teams had GPAs of 3 or better. And on the women's side, cross country, a 3.45. And on the men's side, I think both of our favorite sports, the men's golf team from Jeff Marsh, 3.38. So a job well done by all the student athletes.
You know, and Mike, the thing that's interesting about that is that both of those teams were in season. Cross country, of course, had their whole season in the fall, and men play an abbreviated season, but they were on the road, and then, of course, hosted their own invitational in October, but they played 4 or 5 rounds matches through the week or through the semester. So here are 2 teams that are competing in the fall semester, and they pull out these kinds of GPAs, 3.45 for the women. I got to give Eric Burns a little plug here. Women's tennis was 3.43. And I mean, Eric has been over at the professor's offices every day. Come on, can we push this one up? I'm being facetious, but it is what it is. So tremendous effort.
And that says a lot both for the focus and concentration of the student athletes and also the cooperation between the faculty and the athletic department.
Oh, and that's the thing that I think I'm most proud of. Again, when I got here 5 years ago, Mike, I'm not so sure that our department's relationship with the academic side of campus was very good. And what we tried to do was open the doors. We tried to bring them in, let them see what we're doing. We pulled the coaches and the student athletes away from the professors when it came to grade checks, and we did that totally within the academic services department. And we've involved them in that. It came down to last year, Arnie's playing in the Final Four at Penn State, and he's got our faculty athletic rep, Elliot Blumenthal, over there proctoring a dozen final exams, all done with the cooperation of the faculty here. Now that's unheard of. I mean, that's just great stuff. And so, to say that we follow the academic mission of IPFW is something we will always do. This tail will not wag the dog. The athletics department will always follow the mission of the university, and in academics we think we show that clear as a bell.
Well, we wanted to let our viewers know just what a great job that everyone's doing, and we would thank you for coming on this afternoon. And
well, thank you for the opportunity.
Let's see if the women can pull this one off here in the second half.
Well, I'll be right behind you all the way, buddy.
Our special guest has been Mark Pope, Director of Athletics here at IPFW. We'll take a break and then come back with more of our halftime chat. IPFW up 35-33 over Butler. You're watching IPFW Women's Basketball on College 5 Sports.
This is small. I've gone away to a college with a beautiful campus.
I've gone away to a college that cares about diversity.
I've gone away to a college where I get to live in my own apartment instead of living in a dorm room.
I've gone away to a college that really isn't that far away at all.
I go to IPFW.
IPFW.
I go to IPFW.
To find out more about college life at IPFW, go to our website. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
When I was diagnosed, my mom couldn't stop crying. But imagine a cure.
Right now, as many as 3 million children and adults are living with type 1 diabetes. They will never outgrow it. Some will face complications like kidney failure, blindness, and heart disease. That's why the science the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation is supporting is so critical. Imagine a cure.
Congratulations on the promotion.
I hope you're saving the extra money.
You gotta put it in stocks.
If you want to get ahead.
No, buns.
And CDs.
Way to go. Get it balanced.
Stick it under the mattress.
Getting plenty of advice, but not enough facts? Visit saveandinvest.org. No confusing advice, no sales pitch. Just unbiased information and tools to help you manage your money with confidence. Saveandinvest.org.
Are you in there? What's up? The show's at 7. Whoa.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
Back at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, you're seeing highlights in the first half of action. Butler in their traveling blue uniforms, taking on IPFW. Samantha Edwards had a very good first half, Dave Skelton.
Yeah. Samantha's been coming on. Her last several games have been really good.
Three-point shot there from Hannah Tiki. Now this is a game that has gone back and forth. Pull-up jumper from the junior, Jenna Lewis Carlisle. Good hustle by Lottie Akande from the Bulldogs. Second chance points there. Akande again, she went out early with an injury but came back and has done rather well.
Played pretty well once she came back.
Ashley Johnson knocks down a tray. This has been a very well-played basketball game thus far. Little push-off there by Candace Jones. Thievery from Jonna Lewis Carlisle. The Dons coming back up the floor. Retain possession. Little half hook shot by Samantha Edwards. And Ashley Johnson again with another three-point field goal. Not to be outdone, there's IU transfer Tara Miller with her first field goal of the afternoon. Nice feed from Lewis Carlisle to Edwards. Boy, this team, Dave Skelton, has been getting better and better, going through the evolution process of going from Division II to Division I. And I think this is Jonna's shot right at the end of the first half. And there you see the numbers. Each team hitting 38% of their shots. IPFW with 4 more three-point field goals, but Butler has 6 more free throws. Assists 10-9 in favor of the Dons. Rebounds 20-19 in favor of IPFW. Butler has 6 steals as opposed to 1 for IPFW. Leading scorers in the game throughout the first 20 minutes. One person in double figures. That's Jonna Lewis Carlisle for IPFW with 10, Samantha Edwards with 8, Ashley Johnson with 6. Susan Lester off the bench with 9, Lottie Akande with 8, and Jackie Klosser with 5 for Butler. We're going to take a break, come back at the second half. Dons up by 2. This is IPFW Women's Basketball on College 5 Sports.
Per hour, unit cost, say 60 cents. Factor in breakage, downtime, lost sales. You're looking at $2,400 a month. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
When it comes to dogs, cats, and kids, sharing just comes naturally. They share their toys, their beds, even their favorite snacks. But pets and people can share other things as well, like disease. Zoonotic diseases are illnesses that can be transmitted from animals to humans, like leptospirosis, or diseases that affect both people and pets, like Lyme disease. Fortunately, you can help reduce the risk by visiting your veterinarian. Your veterinarian can help protect against zoonotic disease and potentially harmful parasites. Most important, a wellness exam from your veterinarian twice a year can help detect, treat, or prevent health problems before they become serious. So share affection, not illness, and ask your veterinarian about zoonotic disease protection for all your loved ones. A message from the American Veterinary Medical Association and your local veterinarians.
Each year, more than 145,000 Americans will be diagnosed with colon cancer. It's the second largest cancer killer in the United States, but it doesn't have to be. Colon cancer is preventable, treatable, and if found early enough, beatable. If you're over 50 or have a family history of colon cancer, speak to your doctor, get screened, and understand your treatment options. Heads up, Coach.
Visit mybluestar.org and pass it on.
Second half action about to begin. Butler with the basketball, trailing by 2, 35-33. Starters that started the ball game back on the floor for both teams. I'll give you those names as we go along. Jackie Klosser with the basketball. And she has the ball knocked away from Lewis Carlisle, who was accidentally nailed by Tara Miller. John is, well, she's a tough gal, Doc.
Yeah, she took a pretty good lick that time. Bounced back up.
Foul was on Tara Miller, her second, and
right at the beginning of that possession for Butler, they missed Akande wide open underneath the basket.
Ashley Johnson, John Lewis Carlisle, Lisa Lott Malfate, Samantha Edwards, and Hillary O'Connor on the floor for IPFW. There's Jonna with a basketball, driving and draws the foul. See if it's before the shot. And the foul is on Miller, so she's picked up 2 quick ones, so she now has 3. And I got to bring Candace Brown back on the floor. It'll be inbound, the ball inbounded by Ashley Johnson to Edwards. There's Lewis Carlisle, wants to drive, banks it off the glass and in. And look at determination by John Lewis Carlisle.
Yeah, it sure was, because she almost lost control of it. Grabbed it and flipped it up off the glass and in.
Jonna now with 12 points. It's a 4-point IPFW lead. IPFW pressed, but Butler has broken it. Ball knocked out of bounds by Malfate. Pass intended for Lottie Akande. Here comes Susan Lester back on the floor. And she will replace Akande for Butler. We've played 52 seconds here in the second half. IPFW is up 37-33. Klosser in the lane, and we have a whistle. And the foul is going to be called on Jonna Lewis Carlisle. That is her second. Team first on IPFW. Bulldogs inbound the ball. Brown watched by Ashley Johnson. Gets it to Hamilton. Ellen Hamilton will launch a 3. No, Malfate with the rebound. Good block out by Lisa Lott and Malfate. Here come the Dons up the floor. Moving from right to left on your TV screen. Malfate in the block. And she is fouled, I believe, by Cassie Freeman.
Well, let's say there was a foul called.
Second on Freeman. Third on Butler. We played less than a minute and a half of the half.
Well, IPFW has really improved its free throw shooting as the season goes on.
Nice move by Malfate.
Nice move by Lisa.
The freshman with the left-hand shot. It's a 6-point Mastodon lead. Back comes Butler, and a reach-in foul on Lisa Lott Malfate, and that is her third. Team second. Is the one thing that Coach Chris Paul is not wanting to see happen, Dave Skelton, is that fouls being racked up by his big people down low.
Yeah, that's 2 of them now. It has 3.
Ellen Hamilton inbounds it to Candace Brown. Brown wants to drive on Johnson. Instead gives it to Lester. And 3-second call called on Butler. That is the 6th turnover on the Bulldogs. So here comes IPFW up the floor. They've increased their 2-point halftime lead now to 6, 39-33. Johnson being watched by Jackie Klosser. So Butler starting to stretch out their man-to-man defense. Jonna just inside the arc, knocks it down.
She's feeling it now, isn't she? Early in the game, she couldn't buy a basket.
She scored the last 7 Mastodon points, or 7 of the last 9, I should say. Lead is up to 8 at the 17:30 mark. Klosser on the right wing, wanting to drive on Lewis Carlisle. Kicks it out to Lester, and she is bumped by Malfate, and that's number 4.
Yeah, guess what?
That is personal number 4 on Lisa Lott Malfate. That'll bring Starla Williams off the bench.
Could be a factor as the game moves on.
Hamilton driving off of Lewis Carlisle.
A nice drive to the basket, one of the few times.
First points for Butler in the second half by Ellen Hamilton. She now has 4. O'Connell looking for Williams in the block. Instead gets it to Edwards. Sam's double teamed. Lewis Carlisle for 3, no. Rebounded by Lester. That one was way off the mark.
A little quick on the release that time.
Spin move, bank shot up and in by Freeman. And the lead is cut to 4. O'Connell coming right back for the Dons and misses a tray, but Edwards with the offensive board. High post to Williams. Edwards, baseline jumper is good.
That left side baseline jump shot's been there all day for the Dons, and they've taken advantage of it.
Now Butler now bringing the ball up the floor. Brown wanting to drive, banks it off and gets the friendly roll. Back and forth we go.
She used all of the iron that time.
43-39. Edwards another baseline jumper, and that's no good.
Starla Williams attempted that time, but she had the back rebound position, and she'd have had the foul to...
Three-point shot missed, but Lester on the putback, no good, and we got a whistle underneath. And they're going to call foul on IPFW, I do believe.
Samantha Edwards.
Edwards picks up her first, and we've got timeout on the floor. 15:47 to go here in the second half. The lead is IPFW's 39 over Butler. You're watching IPFW women's basketball on College 5 Sports.
Mom, Dad, you know we love kids, and I've made a decision that will totally change my life. Cameron's too. It's a huge responsibility, leading someone into, who knows, communication or science or math. That's what life's all about, right? Learning so you can pass on knowledge to younger minds. Dad, Mom, I want to be a teacher.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
Life is good, but with a master's degree from IPFW, it could be even better. You could land a promotion, earn more money, become a leader in your field. And IPFW makes it easy, with affordable tuition, night and weekend classes, and more than 20 graduate programs from business to education to public affairs and more. Become the master of your future. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne, your graduate university.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, along with Dave Skelton. This is Mike Maas. 15:47 left here in the second half. IPFW with a 4-point lead over Butler, 43-39, but the Bulldogs will inbound basketball underneath their own basket. Butler, member of the Horizon League, coming off back-to-back conference wins over Loyola Chicago and University of Detroit. Hamilton to Klosser. Klosser. Ball nearly taken away. Lewis Carlisle has it. Jonna dribbling up. Good hustle by the junior from Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah, Jonna and AJ came together there and put the pressure on to make them lose the ball.
Williams to O'Connell. Back to Ashley Johnson, 15 on the shot clock. AJ wanting to drive. The pull-up jumper is good. I said it once earlier, Dave. The look on the ladies' faces, determination.
Yeah.
Hamilton misses a long jumper, but the rebound is Freeman's. Kicks it out for Klosser for 3. That's no good. Williams with another rebound. Starla playing well. IPFW moving up the floor. Williams, high post. Here's Ashley Johnson driving, pulling up and shooting. That's no good, and the rebound belongs to Candace Bain. Here's Klosser, coast to coast, lays it up and in.
No one picked her up.
The Olay defense, that time employed by IPFW.
That's for sure.
Now the score is 45-41, 7 points for Jackie Klosser. Hillary O'Connell. Johnson, they work it around the perimeter. Now here is Williams. Lewis Carlisle for three. In and out, no. Williams over the back. O'Connell got the rebound. A break for IPFW there.
You're right.
Starla wants to drive on Bain. Forces a shot up. That's no good. Bain rebounds it for Butler. Here come the Bulldogs. Klosser coast to coast, and they're going to call a foul, I think, on Ashley Johnson.
Chris Ball's decided to get serious now. He's taking the coat off.
That is the first foul on Ashley Johnson, fourth team foul. And now you're going to get your first look at Jackie Klosser at the free throw line. She's only an 88% free throw shooter. And on Thursday night at Callahan Hall in the University of Detroit, she knocked down 12 in a row without a miss. She makes the first one there.
She's had a 12 for 12 night twice in her career.
Well, she has one more free throw coming. Hannah Tiki and Tina Moen on the floor for IPFW. 45-42 the score with 13:53 to go.
Oh,
free throw no good and rebounded
one
by Edwards. And here comes IPFW. Nan Moore also on the floor, and she takes a little baseline jumper, and that's no good. Rebounded by Owen Hamilton to Klosser. Get the feeling Jackie Klosser's going to see her hands on the ball a lot here in the second half for Butler. Freeman nearly walked with the ball. Wanting to drive on Tina Moen. Spin shot. Oh, she banked it in and drew the foul.
Pretty good move.
Tina can't believe it.
No.
There's the first foul on Moen. But count the bucket for Cassie Freeman. And now she's got a chance to tie the game if she can make this free throw. And she does. So we are deadlocked at 45 with 13:15 to go. Tiki stepped on the end line. It wasn't the best pass from Nan Moore.
No, little tough to handle over there.
Tara Miller and Candace Jones back on the floor for Butler. And checking out, Hamilton and Brown. Julianne Huna in for Samantha Edwards for IPFW. IPFW is going to play 2-2-1 defense, three-quarter court.
A little full court pressure here. See if they can cause Butler to slow down just a little bit.
We're tied at 45 at the 13-minute mark of the second half. Candace Jones, watched by Moen. Wants to drive on Tina. Takes it strong and misses the shot. Huna with the rebound for IPFW. Ashley Johnson coming back the other way. Anything you can do, I can do better. Tiki to Moen. Nice feed to Huna. Left-hand shot up and in.
Nice pass by Tina. Tina Moen whipped the ball right down the lane, and Julianne put it in.
First points of the day for Julianne Huna. The IPFW lead is 2. Miller, three-point shot, no good.
Ashley Johnson will be called for over the back.
And for AJ, that is her second foul, team 6th. Lester coming back on the floor for Butler. Edwards coming back on the floor for IPFW. 12:18 left here in the second half, and they're going to say that Freeman evidently was in the act of shooting. So she's going to get a couple of free throws. Cassie Freeman, a 69% foul shooter, and she knocks down the first.
Well, she's been shooting pretty well today, so it wouldn't matter whether it was 1-on-1 or 2-shot free throws.
Well, she now has 7 points, going for point number 8, and she gets the friendly roll. Once again, we are tied, this time at 47. 12:10 to go here at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. Huna wants to move, kicks it out to Johnson. AJ for three, yes!
Looked good all the way. We had the line on that one.
Boy, did we ever. Third three-point field goal for Ashley Johnson. It's a three-point Mastodon lead. Back come the Bulldogs. Miller, baseline drive. No good. Rebounded by Edwards. Outlets it to Johnson, to Tiki. Back to AJ. Ashley looking. Rubbing off a Huna pick. 16-footer, yes! Ashley Johnson heating up now. She's got 7 points in the second half and 13 overall.
Yeah, the zone has a 3 on it right now.
And we have a traveling call charged to Butler. And timeout called on the floor. 11:19 to go. Don't go anywhere. IPFW up by 5, 52-47 over Butler. You're watching IPFW Women's Basketball on College 5 Sports.
Pencils. We only ask that you do your best. And make you a snack.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
Salam.
Jam.
Salam. Ewa.
Ride. Apa? Pa.
Mir. Shanti. Yep, Changyok.
We all want the same thing.
Peace.
And Rotary clubs
Solva.
are making it happen.
Lucky.
Through international scholarships for young people to promote peace and understanding
Latte.
around the world. Rotary. Humanity in motion.
Dave Scouten. Nice little pull-up jumper there by Ashley Johnson.
In the lane right after hitting the 3-point from a little further out. Ashley brings the ball up.
IPFW up by 5, 52-47 as we near the 11-minute mark. Tiki wanting to drive on Ellen Hamilton, cut off. Don's working on the perimeters. Nan Moore taking it to the glass. Counting, she's fouled.
I think we saw that play just a little while ago, only it was Jonna Lewis that did that.
Jackie Closser commits the foul, her first. Nice drive from the sophomore from Detroit, Nan Moore, her first points of the day. Ups the Mastodon lead to 7 and a chance to make it 8. And she does.
The second 8-point lead of the half. The first one disappeared. Now we'll see what happens.
55-47. Give and go. Lester misses the shot, fights, gets her own rebound, forces it back up again. Huna kicks it off the shoulder of Moore out of bounds. It'll remain Bulldog ball.
Good hustle on the defense. They covered what could have been an open shot underneath.
Butler inbounds it to Hamilton. Hamilton wants to drive on Tiki. Strong shot. Lester with the putback, misses it, but draws the foul. If it's on Julianne Huna, that'll be 4 on Julie. Let's see who they call it on. Instead, it's Ashley Johnson, her third.
Yeah, that's almost worse.
Scoreboard says 18 fouls now on IPFW. John Lewis Carlisle back on the floor for Hannah Tiki. Yes, sir. Got a glimpse of Beth Kuchar, head coach of Butler. Second free throw good as well. Butler cuts into the lead. It's now 55-49. Edwards, 10-footer, in and out. Johnson with the rebound and walks with the ball. Tough break for Ashley Johnson there, Dave.
Yeah, it really was. She was in good position. They had the ball, just couldn't control the body.
Again, IPFW putting on that actually almost a man-to-man type of press now. Butler gets it over midcourt. Hamilton will launch a three. Off the rim, no. Moore with the rebound. Don's on the move. Lewis Carlisle up the left side. What a nice little jump shot from John Lewis Carlisle. The lead back up to 8, 57-49. Ashley Jensen's got to be careful. She's got 3 fouls. 9:40 to go. Brown outside. Klosser for 3. Yes. And Butler calls a 30-second timeout. We're going to step away. 9:29 left. Don's up 57-52. This is IPFW Women's Basketball on College 5 Sports.
What's it like when you hear your calling? Will you remember where you were? Will you ignore it? Or will you listen? What if it calls you to go halfway around the world? To share your skills? To serve people you've never met? To do things you never thought you could? What will you do when you hear your calling? Peace Corps, life is calling. How far will you go?
Well, Donette is taking a little breather. Dave Skelton.
Siesta time over there.
IPFW with a 5-point lead in the basketball, 57-52 with 9:20 to go here in the second half. Julianne Huna back on the floor. Inside feed from Johnson, and Julie bounces it off the glass and in. Nice feed from Ashley Johnson to Julianne Huna. Huna now with 4. 59-52 is our score. Candace Brown being watched by Jonna Lewis Carlisle. Bounce pass for Klosser. She just knocked down a 3 a few moments ago and launches up another one. No! Johnson is fouled, getting the rebound, and over the back foul called on Butler. It'll be Lester picking up the foul. Her first, team 5th. And with 8:43 and counting, Dave Scout and IPFW trying to build up on a 7-point lead.
Yeah, they need to come down now and not get a quick turnover or do something that gives the ball back to Butler quickly.
More to Huna. Julie in the block, kicks it out. Now they work it on the perimeter. Moore will launch a 3. No. Huna tried to get the board, but Lester blocked her out nicely, and here come the Bulldogs on the move. Lester will fire up for 3 of her own and knock it down.
Wide open, straight ahead. Looks like Butler's kind of committed to taking the threes now for a while, even though they haven't had much luck.
Well, that 3 went down. It's now 59-55. Lewis Carlisle missed it, and Mel Thornton back on the floor. Pulls the rebound down for Butler, and here come the Bulldogs. Lob pass knocked away by Edwards. Nice read there by Sam.
Yeah, nice reaction.
Numbers were even, so the Dons hold up. Lewis Carlisle to Edwards, and she'll throw up a little baseline jumper. That's short. Huna with the board. Another try, 3-pointer. That's no good. Moore with the offensive board. She hits the deck after being fouled.
The foul will be on either 15 or 10. 10,
Jackie
I guess.
Klosser picks up her second, team 6th. 16 fouls on Butler, 8 fouls on IPFW. We've got timeout on the floor. 7:28 to go. IPFW up 59-55 over Butler. You are watching IPFW Women's Basketball on College 5 Sports.
Must eat. No way. What is this? Capsicum annum? Agaricus bisporus? Allium cepa? Can we eat this? Peppers, mushrooms, and onions. Eat your pizza, man. Honey.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
Parents, there's something you can do to protect your kids from drugs and alcohol. Combine ground beef with egg, tomato sauce, breadcrumbs, and spices. Bake in an oven-safe pan at 350 for 50 minutes. Serve hot.
This is Jamie Lee Curtis. Children who eat dinner with their families are less likely to smoke, drink, or use drugs. So, have dinner together every day.
Delicious.
A message from CASA, the National Center on Addiction and Substance Abuse at Columbia University.
Welcome back to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center here at IPFW. Mastodons up over Butler 59-55, and they'll inbound the basketball underneath their own basket. Jenna Lewis Carlisle to Julianne Huna. Back up top to Ashley Johnson. Back to Huna, wants to drive. Left-hand shot is no good. Oh, they're going to say Julianne traveled with the basketball. That is the 9th turnover on, or make it 10 turnovers now on IPFW, and here come the Bulldogs. Down 4. Freeman to Closser. She'll be watched closely by Ashley Johnson. Freeman high post, hands to Closser. The layup is off the glass and in. Jackie Closser now has 11 points. And the Dons turn it over. Tara Miller wants to drive on Edwards. Baseline move. Gets the ball back from Brown. She'll launch up a three and knock it down.
Well, they've shot that three all game long, like they're used to seeing it go down, and now they're beginning to have a little more luck on it.
They have taken a 60-59 lead. 6:20 to go. Tiki will launch up a bomb. That's no good. Huna could have picked up a foul. Instead, it's a rebound for Cassie Freeman. Now Butler on a bit of a roll. They were down 59-52, and they've run off 8 points in a row. Under 6 minutes. Shot, oh wow, I thought that Julianne Huna had good position, but they're going to call a foul on her. And that is personal foul number 4. 5:56 to go. Susan Lester will be at the line to shoot 2. Lots of players at the scorer's table waiting to come in. Susan Lester averaging 7 points a game, but she's doubled that output today, Dave. She has 14 and potentially could increase that to 15 and or 16.
I think she's probably picked up some of the load that normally might have been carried by Akande.
First free throw is good. The lead is now 2. Malfate and Moen in for IPFW. One more free throw coming. And that's good as well. Lester will check out. Akande will come back in. 62 our score. Lester at the line today, Dave, is 6 of 6.
Yeah, she shot the ball very well.
She has a double-double, 16 points and 10 rebounds. And now IPFW really needs to score this time down to stop this run. 10-0 run. Moen inside to Malfate. Lisa Lott gives it off to AJ. Her shot gets the friendly roll.
Nice soft touch.
Ashley Johnson cuts the lead to 1, and now we have a traveling call on Butler. Turnover number 11 on the Bulldogs. So the turnovers are even at 11. With 5:27 to go, IPFW has a chance to retake the lead. They're down 62-61. Malfate at the high post. May want to drive on Akande. She does. A little short on the shot, however. Good effort by Lisa Lott.
Yeah, it was a nice move.
She's a freshman. She's going to learn and get stronger. And now we've got a whistle away from the ball. And from a look on Tina Moen's face, it's going to be charged to her. It is her second, but it is the team 10th.
And they are now in the double bonus on the free throw, so they'll shoot 2 every time they go up to the line.
Cassie Freeman today is 4 out of 5. For the season, she's 69%. She knocks down the first one. Well, if you hit your free throws more often than not, you may come away with a W.
That's right.
One more coming. That's no good, and Johnson pulls down the rebound.
So 5 minutes to go, and we got a 2-point lead.
Tiki would love to unload a 3. Instead, it's Johnson, and Ashley knocks it down. IPFW back on top, 64-63. Ashley Johnson's got 12 points in the second half.
Yeah, she's played a really good game, but scored a lot in the second half.
Akande loses it. Tiki picks it up, and Hannah's on the run. Johnny Lewis Carlisle will go take it to the glass and draws the foul. Nice move by Johnny Lewis Carlisle. Foul's going to be charged to Freeman. That is 3 on her. 7 on Butler here in the second half. 2 shots coming for Johnny Lewis Carlisle. First time today that John has been at the free throw line. Oh, first one bounces up and away. Jonna came into the game a 66% foul shooter. Another chance to increase the lead, and that one's no good, so she misses 2 at the line, but Johnson, she makes a steal. Now Ashley Johnson has the ball. Good hustle by Jonna Lewis Carlisle. Big possession for the Dons. Moen, 16-footer, no. Miller rebounds it, and Tara will bring it up the floor for the Bulldogs. 4:06 to go. 64-63 IPFW. Klosser wide open for 3. Yes, money in the bank.
And we have a
timeout called by Butler with 3:59. It's a 30-second timeout. Jackie Klosser gives the Bulldogs that 2-point lead, 66-64. Timeout situation, Dave. Butler has a full and a 30. IPFW has a full and 2 30s.
And at the next dead ball, there will be the
under 4 media timeout. Yeah. Now Jackie Klosser, a 32% success rate from beyond the arc. Now you see Ashley Johnson knocks her 3 down. IPFW from 3-point range, 9 of 20. Butler 7 of 21. But it is a 2-point Bulldog league, 66-64, as play resumes. Big possession for IPFW, trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. Malfate around to Johnson. AJ to Jonna. 3-pointer, yes! 10th 3-point field goal for IPFW. They retake the lead. 67-66. What a game here in Fort Wayne this afternoon.
Yeah, this may come down to the last team with the ball.
Klosser watched by AJ. Bounce pass to Akande over Malfate, draws the foul. And Lisa Lott is done for the afternoon. That is personal number 5. There'll be free throws coming when play resumes in a moment. 3:20 left. I think, no, wait a second. Now they're, all right, now the players can go to their benches. 3:20 left here in the second half. It's IPFW 67, Butler 66. You're watching IPFW Women's Basketball on College 5 Sports.
Hard. I go to class and I want a degree that's going to mean something. I had offers from other universities, but I want the best out of my college choice. I wanted a great education and the campus life to go with it. Student housing, Division I sports, I found it all right here at IPFW. Hey, this is my university, my life, so it's got to feel right. I'm really glad I chose IPFW. I love it here. Go to the website.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne, one university, two great names.
Are you in there? What's up? The show's at 7. Whoa.
Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
House.
Welcome back, everybody. It is a nail-biter here at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. IPFW clinging to a 67-66 lead with 3:20 to go. But Lottie Akande, a 6'1 sophomore from Robinson, Illinois, will attempt to give Butler the lead once again. Akande, a 52% foul shooter, but she's 2 of 2 today. She will shoot a pair. And the first one gets the friendly roll.
Been a lot of those today.
And how? Beth Kuchar, head coach of Butler. One more free throw coming. Tied at 67. Stay tied at 67, and Lester knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Mastodon basketball. So on that timeout, Akande 1 of 2 at the stripe. And we played almost 37 minutes to a standstill, Doc.
Yeah, now we see what the last 3 minutes and 10 seconds brings.
Ashley Johnson to Lewis Carlisle. Moen in the corner. 12 on the shot clock. Pass for Huna. Gives it to Johnson underneath, and AJ banks it up and in.
Almost popped out of there.
IPFW retakes the lead, 69-67. Klosser way up top, watched by Lewis Carlisle. Lester looking for Akande, and she and Huna are dueling underneath, and Julianne Huna is just fouled out.
Well, maybe that's a good foul because it saved a bucket.
That is 5 on Julianne Huna, so she joins her teammate Lisa Lott Malfate on the bench. Chris Paul has 30 seconds to make a move. And Chris talking to one of our officials. Again, our officials today, Mark Berger, Gary Roberts, and Rod Creech. And that's Mark Berger that Chris is talking to. 2 free throws coming for Lottie Akande, who 1 out of 2 a moment ago. And here is Samantha Edwards that'll check in. This has been a good basketball game, Dave.
Yes, it really has, and it's going to stay close now, right down to the end.
Win or lose, both teams have given it their effort today. Akande misses the first.
A little strong on the shot. She's missed her last 2 now.
You see Chris Paul talking to Julianne Huna. Second free throw for Akande, in and out. Edwards with the rebound. So Butler does IPFW a favor by missing a couple of free throws. 2:30 and counting. The Mastodons with a 2-point lead. 69-67. Ashley Johnson to Tiki. Perimeter passing for the IPFW Mastodons. AJ in the lane, knocks it down.
Nice drive. One of the few times we've been able to get in the lane.
What a second half for Ashley Johnson. The lead is 4 as we're near the 2-minute mark. Don't count Butler out yet.
Not yet.
They've won 2 in a row and 5 of their last 7. Tara Miller, watched by Tina Moen. A little one-on-one here. Kicks it out to Klosser. She'll launch a 3-ball. Off the rim, no. Moen to Tiki, and we got a foul. going against Butler. Samantha Edwards hit the deck. And let's see who they call the foul on.
55.
Lottie Akande picks up her first. That's the 8th team foul on Butler here in the second half. 1:45 to go. Samantha Edwards is a 74% free throw shooter, shooting 1 and 1. Sam, a redshirt freshman out of Okemos, Michigan. Right next door to East Lansing, home of the Michigan State Spartans.
Be nice to have a couple right here, wouldn't it?
Well, the first one is in. Samantha Monday night in Nashville against Belmont had a career-high 17 points. She makes the first, she gets a second. And now you've got two officials talking to each other, and I'm not sure why. Gary Roberts and Mark Berger.
They may have wanted to make sure they had the right shooter at the line.
Well, IPFW thinks they do.
Yeah.
Edwards' second one is good. 12 points for Sam. It's a 6-point Mastodon lead. Closser, watched by Lewis Carlisle. Minute and a half to go. Miller.
Good defense by IPFW.
12 on the shot clock.
Good
Miller.
defense.
She'll launch a three. No. Mullen with a big rebound for IPFW. And Ashley Johnson will bring it up. 1:15 to go. IPFW up by 6. Johnson dribbles right, and now Chris Paul calls a timeout. It is a full timeout, so I think let's take a break. Don's up by 6. We're back with more IPFW basketball in a moment on College 5 Sports.
When I was diagnosed, my mom couldn't stop crying. But imagine a cure.
Right now, as many as 3 million children and adults are living with type 1 diabetes. They will never outgrow it. Some will face complications like kidney failure, blindness, and heart disease. That's why the science the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation is supporting is so critical. Imagine a cure.
Warning, ruthless invaders are among us, and the future of fishing depends on stopping them dead. Only you can prevent invasive species from spreading before it's too late. Inspect, clean, and drain your boat, motor, and live wells, and properly dispose of invasive species on land, not back in the water. Stop these evil menaces from taking over and threatening our precious outdoor heritage. Inspect, clean, and drain. Do your part to halt the silent invasion.
Back at the Gates Center, IPFW with a 6-point lead and the ball. Ashley Johnson, who's had 16 points in the second half, 22 for the game. She has the rock in her hand right now. Watched by Tara Miller. AJ's taking it strong. Doesn't hit the shot, but draws the foul. Tara Miller now has 4 fouls. Coming at the 1-minute mark, Ashley Johnson, an 80% free throw shooter, at the line for the first time this afternoon. You can see head coach Chris Paul. First free throw is good. Dave, we were talking during the break. Ashley had 24 points in Tennessee Monday night. She has 24 points here now.
Yep, and as I mentioned at the break, she's got 7 rebounds and 5 assists to go along with all that. That's a super afternoon.
Don's up by 8. Lester for 3, and she nails it with 50 seconds to go. And Butler calls a 30-second timeout. They have 1 timeout left. They're only down 5. That's 2 possessions, 75-70.
They will probably want to foul IPFW fairly quickly, and if they can't get the ball on a steal.
Now you look at the players on the floor. We mentioned Ashley Johnson, an 80% free throw shooter. Samantha Edwards, a 74% shooter. Let's see who else is on the floor. Is Jonna on the floor? Jonna Lewis Carlisle.
Yeah.
A 66% shooter. She might be the wink link. We saw the replay there. Here we go. Tina Mullen. Well, inbound the ball for the Dons. Ooh, she's getting away with traveling, throwing it in. Gets it. It was after a basket. I take that back.
She was all right.
And timeout called by IPFW. It's a 30. That leaves them with one timeout.
Hannah came back to the team huddle with that look on her face like I was between a rock and a hard place, Coach. I had to call a timeout.
47.5 seconds left. It's IPFW 75, Butler 70. Each team with one timeout. And the possession arrow belongs to IPFW. Both teams, in essence, are in the double bonus situation. Butler has been in there for a long time, but they've committed 9 fouls, so the next foul on Butler will mean 2 free throws for sure for IPFW. Tiki, Johnson, Lewis Carlisle, Edwards, and Moen on the floor for the Mastodons. Boy, players got up and close, shall we say.
Yeah, there were 8 players in an awfully small space there.
And Mark Berger says, hey, give everybody a little bit of breathing room. Tina Moen will inbound the ball for IPFW. Gets it to Lewis Carlisle. Thought Jonna might take it the length of the court.
I'm surprised she didn't keep going.
Because she was wide open. Ashley Johnson gets fouled by Tara Miller, and that'll do it for the transfer from Indiana. That is personal foul number 5, team foul number 10. And Ashley Johnson will go to the line to shoot 2.
The IPFW strategy that time was to get the ball in bounds and use some clock. Now they go to the line.
Beth Kuchar, see there, the Bulldog head coach. Johnson's first free throw is good. What a second half for AJ, as her teammates call her. One more, and that's good. 4 of 4 in money time. The lead is 77-70. Klosser may launch one, or she'll drive on Lewis Carlisle. Makes the shot and draws the foul with 29 seconds to go. Oh, that's a senior move. Yeah, Jackie Klosser is a senior. That is the 3rd foul on Jonna Lewis Carlisle. So it is a 5-point game. Klosser can make it 4. And she does. 77-73.
Man-to-man, full court pressure now.
Moen, and it's a... Boy, the advantage of a coach being able to call timeout. Chris Paul, Mark Berger was right there. And it's the 30-second timeout, but it's the last timeout for IPFW. And right now, Dave Scouten, I'm sure Chris Paul is trying to diagram a play just for Tina Moen to get the ball into play.
Yeah.
29 seconds exactly left on the clock. IPFW up 77-73. Ashley Johnson, 26 points. Jonna Lewis Carlisle, 19. Samantha Edwards, 12. And for Butler, Jackie Klosser and Susan Lester, 19 points apiece. Both teams hitting over 40% of their shots on the floor.
A real positive for the Dons has been they have 19 assists and only 11 turnovers.
Here we go. Tina Moen to inbound it. Dons do some crisscrossing. Johnson gets the ball, and she is fouled by Klosser. 1.3 seconds ticked off the clock. For Jackie Klosser, that's her 3rd personal foul. And IPFW fans are most happy that she fouled Ashley Johnson.
Yes, that's a good person to put up to the line for the Dons.
2 big free throws. First one is good. 78-73. $79-73. 2 full possession game. Expect Butler to launch some threes. Down to 22 seconds. Freeman, a 3. No. Edwards with the fighting for the rebound. Tiki fights for it, but Butler gets it. And now a shot is taken A foul is committed with 12.9 seconds to go. And Hannah Tiki, I think, is called for the foul. That's 3 on Hannah.
Not such a bad foul.
Susan Lester, we need to talk about her for a moment, Dave. She came off the bench early when Akande was injured.
Yeah.
Had 9 points in the first half. She has 19, make it 20 as she drains the first free throw.
A really, really solid performance.
She has really played well today. 79-74. 12.9 seconds left. Big free throw for Butler. That's good as well. 79-75. And a foul committed.
She was trying to foul her, but I don't think she ever caught up with it.
They're going to call Candace Bain for the foul.
Yeah.
And Ashley Johnson back at the line. Oh, she misses the first.
She's human.
Well, this is a key free throw right here. 10.4 seconds left. The lead is 4. Free throw on the way. It's good. The lead is 5. 80-75. Butler has got to score and score in a hurry. Closser watched by Edwards, launches a 3, no good. Johnson with the rebound, and the Dons are going to walk away with a win. Ashley Johnson is fouled by Cassie Freeman with 2.1 seconds to go. And the fans here at the Harrogate Sports Center, some of them are on their feet.
Well, that was rebound number 8 for Ashley in addition to all those points that she scored today.
First free throw is good. Ashley Johnson now with 29, make that 30, make it 31, and that's a career high for AJ. No, I take that back, she's 1 point short. 1 point short. Free throw shot is missed and the horn goes off. IPFW snaps their 2-game losing streak as they win 82-75 over the Butler Bulldogs, and give Butler credit, they gave it their all. IPFW improves to 8-8. Butler drops to 7-11.
This is a good Butler team that's come in here today, and their inside post player seemed to have been limited quite a bit today in her playing time. Maybe a leg injury or something, but the Dons just took it to them.
Yeah, 82-75 the final. Let's take a break. We'll do then a quick recap. Again, the Dons back at 500, 8-8, thanks to their 82-75 win over Butler. We're back in a moment with more IPFW women's basketball here on College 5 Sports.
You know, if she continues to spill product at a rate of 3 per hour, unit cost, say 60 cents. Factor in breakage, downtime, lost sales, you're looking at $2,400 a month. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, 2 great names.
Congratulations on the promotion.
I hope you're saving the extra money.
You gotta put it in stocks.
If you want to get ahead.
No, bonds.
And CDs.
Way to go.
Bonds,
Laddering, you know, you
can do
stick
better.
it under the mattress.
Getting plenty of advice, but not enough facts? Visit saveandinvest.org. No confusing advice, no sales pitch. Just unbiased information and tools to help you manage your money with confidence. Saveandinvest.org.
Life is good, but with a master's degree from IPFW, it could be even better. You could land a promotion, earn more money, become a leader in your field. And IPFW makes it easy. With affordable tuition, night and weekend classes, and more than 20 graduate programs from business to education to public affairs and more. Become the master of your future. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne, your graduate university.
Each year, more than 145,000 Americans will be diagnosed with colon cancer. It's the second largest cancer killer in the United States, but it doesn't have to be. Colon cancer is preventable, treatable, and if found early enough, beatable. If you're over 50 or have a family history of colon cancer, speak to your doctor, get screened, and understand your treatment options. Heads up, Coach.
Visit mybluestar.org and pass it on.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Hilliard Gate Sports Center, where the IPFW Mastodons have defeated the Butler Bulldogs by a final score of 82-75, along with Dave Scouten. This is Mike Maz. And Dave, I tell you, this game went back and forth almost from the opening tip. And credit both teams for some fine play today. And IPFW down the stretch hitting some shots and especially some free throws.
Yeah, they hit some very key free throws. This was one of those games where there were no long runs by either of the teams. 5-6 point run was big in this game, and the 7-point lead at the end of the game, almost the biggest lead that existed.
At halftime, IPFW led, but only by 2, 35-33, and that came on a John Lewis Carlisle three-pointer,
right,
with a couple of seconds to go. And though I think they pretty much held the lead for the most part, Butler did have the lead, I think, on one occasion, 66-64 with 4 minutes to go. We're going to see highlights momentarily from this contest. And here we go. IPFW in the white. Lieselot Malfate, the freshman, did a nice job before fouling out.
Yeah, the tall girls for IPFW all got their workout today, but it's a good thing we have several. Because they got in foul trouble.
And there is the true star of this game, Ashley Johnson, the senior from Kokomo, fell 1 point short of tying her career high. She ended up with 31 points today. Jackie Klosser, a nice senior guard for Butler, did a nice job for the Bulldogs as well. Cassie Freeman. Butler did in the second half, Dave. They've tried to force IPFW. Yeah. They went inside, and they were successful because Julianne Huna fouled out and Lieselot Malfate fouled out. Jenna Lewis Carlisle gave IPFW a big lift early in the second half.
Yeah, she had a couple of spurts that kept the score pretty balanced.
And Susan Lester, again, off the bench. She ended up leading Butler in scoring today with 21 points. But Klosser on the give and go. And again, the Bulldogs never gave up. And I mentioned at the outset that they lost 8 of their first 10 games, but had won 5 of their last 7, including 2 in a row before today's game. Good movement by IPFW. And pick just about any player that played in the game for Chris Paul's squad. They all contributed to this victory. Klosser again with a long 3-point field goal. Jonna Lewis Carlisle, one of the best 3-point shooters in the country. She is ranked in the country top 100 for 3-point attempts, 3-point makes. Ashley Johnson inside. And she had a number of pull-up jumpers in the second half, Dave.
Yeah, and we had mentioned once before, she also had 8 rebounds to lead the team and 5 assists to lead the team. So that's a good afternoon's performance.
Another drive by Klosser. And there you see the individual numbers. Ashley Johnson with 31 points, Jonna Lewis Carlisle with 19, and Samantha Edwards with 12. Susan Lester with 21, Jackie Klosser with 19, and Ladia Conde with 9. Real briefly, overall, the Mastodons 29-65 from the floor for 44%, 10 of 21 from long distance for 47%, and they were 14 of 17 at the line for 82%. Butler 23 of 59 for 39%, 8 of 26 from long distance, 31%, and they were 21 out of 29 at the line for 72%. Want to remind you, if you enjoyed seeing this game live, you're going to get a chance to see it again next weekend. Again, the team numbers, IPFW 52% from the floor, Butler 40. Again, Butler outscored the Dons at the foul line 21-14. They also out-rebounded the Dons 39-38 and had one more steal, 7-6, but IPFW moved the ball around, had 19 assists as opposed to 14 for the Bulldogs. Next Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock and next Sunday night at 9 o'clock, you get a chance to see the replay of this game. And also want to invite you next Friday night, the next live event covered by IPFW for volleyball will be here at the Gate Center when Stanford comes to town, I should say. And boy, what a big win for IPFW last night on the road at Loyola Chicago. The Volley Dons now 3-0 playing Clark this afternoon. And also later this afternoon, Dane Fife's men's basketball team will be playing at Loyola Chicago. So a lot of good things here at IPFW. Final thoughts, Dave Skelton.
Well, it was exciting to watch because both teams played really, really hard. The defense was strong. It was a good performance on both teams.
Well, that'll do it. We want to thank the College 5 production crew, the IPFW athletic staff, the city of Fort Wayne, Comcast Cablevision, and especially the IPFW Office of University Relations and Communications for their contributions to this College 5 sports telecast. This telecast of IPFW sports is copyrighted, the sole property of the College Cable Access Center and IPFW. Unauthorized duplication, exhibition, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this event without express written consent is strictly prohibited. We thank you for watching us today, and we hope you've enjoyed the outcome as well. For Dave Scouten, this is Mike Boz. Once again, our final score, IPFW 82, Butler 75. Good day from the Hilliard Gate Sports Center here on the campus of IPFW.